unconsciously, their mind, like a heat-seeking missile, will guide them right back to where they used to be or worse. And their unconscious mind goes, we're poor again. This is what we know. And if they've connected with themselves on, because their identity, significance said, we're poor folk. We're humble but poor. We're poor but good people. That's how they identify themselves. I've known a lot of rich people that were such good people, had big hearts, so generous, loving, and forgiving. And I've met broke people that were the most arrogant. They worshipped money. Just because you don't have it doesn't mean you don't worship it, because it's all they thought about and talked about. They're mad at everybody who had it but them. Come on, that's not loving. Just because you po doesn't mean you have love. I've seen rich people be nasty and mean. I've seen poor people be beautiful and wonderful. So the money, come on, money is a magnifier, just like marriage. Ooh, did I say that? Yes, I did. So what's in you is going to magnify. If you're already a jerk, you're going to be a bigger jerk. If you're already a sweetheart, you have money to be a bigger sweetheart. I'm telling you. So anyway, so that's why those lottery winners go back to it, because they are used to it. They're used to what they had, the need of certainty. Come on, it's unconscious. That's why when you find out what's going on in your unconscious, honey, you can change your life like that. If you're willing to look and own it. That's another video I have. I shall link it below. Okay, so basically, the need of certainty is so strong that it, like a heat-seeking missile, it brought their life and their finances right back to what they were comfortable with. Now, the need for connection with themselves was they don't know how to connect with the new them. It's uncomfortable, but they also don't know how. They also may lose connection with their friend group, family group, even people who've been dead. Okay, if we po but we humble. If that was the connection, they didn't even know they had that connection, but that was the we, if that was the group, nobody wants to be ostracized from their group. Nobody wants to be rejected. And we love a we. We are wired that way, guys. All of us have a need for connection. It might not be your highest need of the four, but everybody needs connection. So when they are losing or feel like they're going to lose connection with their family, their core group, they, like a heat-seeking missile, that unconscious mind will get them right back to where they used to be so they don't lose connection. So when I work with a client, I have one client in particular I'm thinking about, had a problem giving up chewing tobacco. And it was interesting because it wasn't a physical addiction, because that was done with. When we did this deep relaxation and I probed and asked questions, what he came up with was, when he was a boy, all of the men in his family, and the guys that hung around his dad and uncle, they all chewed tobacco. What came up for him was, if I give this up, like, all I ever wanted to be was one of them. So that was significance because his identity, but it was also connection, because even though they were passed away, those men were passed away by now, but he felt a sense of loss of connection with them. So I helped him to have healthy connection with those men, a powerful connection that did not have to do with chew. That's how you want to do it, okay? You want to see, is there anybody who I would feel like I would lose connection with, whether they're alive or not? Don't make this silly. I'm telling you, people have cut their money off, energetically resisted money, health, happiness, even in, not pursued dreams, because unconsciously they felt they were going to lose connection with somebody. If I'm real smart and everybody's always considered me the clown, now that I'm not the clown, I'm going to lose connection with those people. You might, but it's worth it to be who you really are and go for what you're meant to have. Now, here's the thing. You can find a new way to connect with them. But what if they reject me? They might short term. But if you stay true to you, then they're going to love you. Do you want them to love you, or do you want them to love an image and a persona that you propped up and made? Because then you're not even giving them an opportunity to get to know you. You're cheating yourself. And that never works, because unconsciously you're going to know that you're faking it. So you're always going to wonder, do they really love me? Do they really love me? Do they really love me? Because they don't even know me. So do they love me? They say they love me, but really what they love is her or him, the image you made. It's twofold. It's connection with yourself, how you relate and connect with you, which is why depression, a lot of people not only can do depression, but want to stay in depression unconsciously, because it's how they lick their wounds. It's how they connect with them. I've been hurt. This has happened to me. This is unconscious. I'm not saying you chose this consciously. I'm talking about unconscious mind. I won't get into all my depression stories, but at some point I think I'm going to share it, because I think going through it and coming out of it, even so much that my therapist wanted my notes, because I stopped seeing her, got healed, and came back. And she was such a sweet woman. And what did you do? Your whole body language is different. I used to sit like this. And then I was open and I was expressive and I was, I was with it. I was going, what did you do? Because this has been happening for a long time. How did you, and I told her, I didn't believe that I was going to have to stay on medication and just learn to cope all my life. I believed that I could get healed. And a lot of times when I went to church and they said, well, you got to stand on the word and read the scriptures. And that, absolutely. But sometimes when you got some unconscious stuff fighting, so you got connection stuff and you got all these other needs that you're meeting by staying or staying sick. You didn't mean to, but there's some needs you're getting met by staying in that behavior or in that slump. You didn't mean to. It was unintentional and unconscious. But nevertheless, unconsciously you did choose it. So own it and let's work through it. So connection, working with my clients, working with my friends, to get healthy connections with these people. How can you bond with your mother on something that's very healthy? Well, we have this in common. We all have blue eyes. We all love Sinatra. We all love to, go to we're outdoorsy. Man, we can fish and hunt. There's nobody like us. You connect on those things, but you gotta feel it in your body. You gotta actually let your body move, change your physiology, feel it in your body. Like, not worship as in it's a god, but make love to it in a sense. Like, let it in, make it so almost holy, almost just the deepest, most sincere thing, like you would your own little newborn baby. Make it that precious to you. Hold it in your heart. In fact, so you can put your hand on your heart and you can allow yourself to feel connection with those people and yourself based on your new belief, based on your new thing that you realize that you're connected with. And you won't have to use the dysfunctional thing as your connection with them anymore. We need to have connection. It's an unconscious, beautiful need. And if I'm connecting with them they're all on welfare, that's who we are, we's po, we don't have this, nobody this, we're the underdog, we can't because the color of our skin. If that's the we belief, then when you break out of that and you don't think like that anymore and you're not arrogant, that's not what this means, but you believe in yourself differently. You believe that word, you can have it. If you believe it, you can have it. With God before you, who could be against you? And you're one of the only few in your group that actually believes it and is acting it through and putting action to your words. They're preaching, they're saying it, but they're not living it. It feels like you're going to lose connection. So that's why a lot of people don't leave that group, because it feels like a death almost when you feel like you're losing your needs. It feels like a death, especially if you were getting your need met at a high level, from 0 to 10. If it was a 7, 8, 9, 10, if you were getting the need met at one of those numbers by that behavior, belief, or whatever, it does feel horrible. So what you want to do, acknowledge it, own it. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I give myself permission. I give myself permission to believe what I want and have what I want. It's okay. I still will be loved. And by the way, sometimes there is a little bit of a breach, or there is a little bit of a time or a period where they do talk about you and they don't want to be around you. Most of them come back around and then they want to know what you're doing. But sometimes you do lose connection or rapport with people because you're not living the way they think you should live. Crabs in a bucket, and you got out of that. And then they might say, who do you think you are? You think you're better than us? And then we just stay there because we don't want the ridicule. We don't want to feel ostracized or disconnected. But find other ways to connect with them. For that community, we can't, they won't let us, no one this, no one that, they ain't never gonna be, blah, 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 blah. And you believe you can, and you're going up, up, up. You're losing your we broke and we can't mentality, so therefore there's disconnection. What can you connect with them on? I connect with them on the fact that, we've just got this love in common. We've got this non-judgment in common, that we embrace people, that we want to take them in and love them. We've got this courage in common because we've overcome a lot. We've got a faith in common because if it had not been for our God, who knows where we would have been. So have that in common and feel it. Let it rise up in your body. Be so proud of it. Put it on your wall. Put it on your phone so you remember the new connection. You know, you really, you got to do the work to get it in your unconscious mind, okay? Because it doesn't just happen once. You got to condition it. It's like lotion. You can put the lotion on the surface of your skin, but it's not really going to do too much. You got to rub that in. So if you have a hard time overcoming a habit or starting a new thing, okay, getting to a new tax bracket, moving out of the state or the city where everyone you know lives, do I feel inside of me that I would lose connection with anyone I love or anyone I identify myself with? Wait for an answer. Let it come up. It might be, wow, yes, people might make fun of me. They may not understand me. They may say, who do you think you are? They may sabotage me. They may judge me, okay? So what you then want to do, I'll say it again, is you want to find healthy connection with them. Make it robust and big and feel it within you. Therefore, you can release the unhealthy connection you have with them based on poverty, or we all gossip, or we all rumor, or we all have this in common, this dysfunctional, sad thing, and have another connection, a higher level connection with them. And by all means, please hear this last bit. You have to have connection with yourself, because if you don't, you will become codependent or overly dependent on other people to always make you feel alive, to always make you feel a certain kind of way, connected with you. When I'm with them, I'm gonna feel alive. And that's great to have that. But when you're not with them, you need to make sure you already have that feeling, right? Because, and that comes from a belief. I believe that I'm fun. I believe I'm smart. I believe I'm good. I believe I'm beautiful. I believe I'm interesting. I love time with myself. I love time with my God, my spirituality. You are connecting with you based on who you want to be, who you are working toward being. I do things and go places. I listen to things that connect me to me, my family, the love I have, who I am, that I'm connected, and I'm not just waiting around for somebody to make me feel connected with me, alive, or good enough, or remind me of who I am and my qualities. Honey, David encouraged himself in the Lord. You got to do the same thing. You got to talk to you. You got to speak over you. Find out what you're interested in. Go do it. Go get it. Go have it. I know that there is somebody who was supposed to be watching this, and they'll probably watch it again. And to you, I say thank you for watching. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know you can do this. We're not just overcomers. We're going to thrive. We are thriving. Speak that thing and you can have it. And I thank you so much for watching the show today. Now please like if you liked it, if you got anything out of it. It really helps us out and just it's so encouraging. Spread the word about the channel, like it, share it, and please subscribe and hit the little bell so you're notified when it's right next to the word subscribe, the little bell. You click on that and you'll be notified every time we upload a video. Also comment below any questions you have, any topics you want me to cover. But remember, this is a friendly community, okay? We're not critical, and please don't be too critical of the host. Not that I can't take it, but you know, I don't be all up in my feelings. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. This is Dr. T with Sound Mind Today. Come on back and I will see you real soon. Mwah! Love you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. I can't. Take a sip break. Sip and sit. Okay, so